1 floating staircase is a win.
I need you to make sure the phase
2 not even 3 minutes into the Avengers they already talking about phase.
Nothing harmful, low levels of gamma radiation.
that can be harmful.
3 I guess that depends on your perspective on the Hulk.
Yeah, the cube is a doorway to the other end of space, right? Doors open from both sides.
4 add psychic intuition to Hawkeye's abilities list. 5 can we just talk about how well planned out the MCU has been? We've got Thor's villain Cap's MacGuffin. Iron Man's building is used for the portal, and the Hulk is a pivotal part of Loki's plan when he intentionally gets captured. All of our phase 1 characters are important and we all feel like we're being rewarded for having watched all of those films.
Please don't.
6 politeness.
I am Loki, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
7 so this is the first of many, but let's just get this out of the way. Tom Heston doesn't even care. 8 Robin sparkles to the rescue. 9 I know people complained about a car chase being in their superhero movie, but I'm coming back to my theory on too much of a good thing. Plus there's really only one superpowered dude right now, and he does do this?
We are at war.
10 Furthermore, the Avengers hasn't actually started yet. That was just a teaser. 11 Us so good who didn't get shells and that title card came on screen. Even if you've never read a comic book, this is exciting, and if you're a rabid fanboy you just lost your mind. 12 Badass good girl. What are Black Widow's powers, you ask? She's awesome, that's what. 13 And now we start with our hero intro. Since Banner had the least successful solo outing, we start with him to get used to our new actor, and Mark Ruffalo is a great Bruce Banner. He has lightness that others didn't.
Stop lying to me!
14 Even when he's threatening to Hulk out. 15 Our next intro is our surrogate Captain America. He's a fish out of water, or a man out of time as it were, and so he often needs things explained to him, and therefore he's us. 16 Third we get Iron Man, who we're all pretty well acquainted with by now as he's the only member to get 2 solo films before the Avengers. Cap may be our surrogate, but Stark is like our cooler best friend. We know his history, he earned a spot in this team. 17 Yeah, if I was a billionaire genius, this is probably the first thing I'd invest in: robots to change my clothes for me as I walked in the door. What can I say, I like convenience.
Security breach.
18 Security breach, and Robert Downey Jr. continues to prove why he's the perfect cast for Stark.
Is that the only word on me?
Only word I care about.
19 Cap slowly slipping into his leadership role. 20 Physics be damned, the helicarrier rocks.
Sweeping every wirelessly accessible camera on the planet.
21 When the Dark Knight does it, Lucy's Fox just about quits. S.H.I.E.L.D. does it, no one bats an eyelash.
The Tesseract has shown me so much.
22 Loki's mind control is so much more interesting than other versions of brainwashing, nay Hawkeye, or Selvig, or their perspective. It's actually a much more frightening power.
Captain, you're up.
23 Cap is also the first to really accept joining the team, and the first to be put into action. 24 Literally standing up for what you believe in. 25 Saving the innocent.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
26 Now that's an entrance.
Make your moves, reindeer games.
27 Get it 'cause of the horns. 28 And then there was Thor. 29 How great is this little spat we get in Iron Man vs. Thor fight and no one really gets hurt. 30 Yup, who hasn't asked what an in real life meeting of Nur and Cap Shield would look like.
And you kill cause it's fun.
31 I questioned that line in the past, but you know what, Fury's right.
Raise the missing mast. Ship topsails.
32 Sailor speak, you're doing it right.
Let's start with that stick of his. It may be magical, but it works an awful lot like a hydro weapon.
33 Cap pull off a perfect old guy who thinks he knows what's going on but really has no clue, even if he's actually right.
Flying monkeys. Monkeys. I do not understand.
I do. I understood that reference.
34 Haha, it's tough to keep up with Stark.
The other guy saved my life. Saved it for what?
I guess we'll find out.
35 Life safe shadowing, you know, because Hulk catches Stark in the end. It's not my best for shout-out turn of phrase.
And why do I feel like he's the only person on this boat that wants to be here?
36 They may not know specific what yet, but at least the majority of them all seem to get what's going on. 37 Loki's plan is actually pretty straightforward if you're paying attention. We clearly see her, or his scepter, which is now on the helicarrier, has an immediate effect on Banner. During the argument the scepter glows and hums. The argument increases in ridiculousness, and then the camera literally pans around the scepter to turn the Avengers in their heads. When was the last time we saw Cap threaten someone like this?
Put on the suit. Let's go a few rounds.
People are so petty and tiny.
This line from Thor is indeed hilarious. 38 But doesn't seem a little drunk, especially given the Dutch tilt, and now we have Stark with a headache, And why is Banner holding the scepter? Tony explains later.
He knows he has to take us out to win, right? That's what he wants.
That's why he allowed himself to be captured. 39 Hulk.
Does it look like in there?
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
40 ha ha ha. Every time I hear it, is it just me or you win, Rogers? 42 Did I mention Hulk? 43 Yep. 44 Yeah, Fury is more than just the eye patch. 45 And Shotsky is an ace shot. 46 Quick hands. 47 Grenade spike.
I don't think I...
48 Haha, even on his deathbed Coulson gets the last laugh. 49 Here's another scene people were confused, and are upset about my interpretation, is that whether Thor is actually worthy of the hammer or not. He's questioning it. He holds his hand out and before actually summoning nor worries it. Maybe he isn't worthy after his epic failure?
You an alien?
50 Because some life-changing reading on polygamy if you're interested.